Hi everyone, I'm trying two new things out today. The first is this stream behind me. Never fished this stream before. The second thing I'm trying out is a new rod. This is a $25 2.7 meter or about 9 foot rod that I got off of eBay. This is made by FTUSA or Fishing Time USA, or at least it's distributed by them. If you search for Tenkara rod on eBay, this is one of the first things to come up every time. It comes in various lengths, but I got this one because it seemed decently light. It weighs 2-point-something ounces, so about the weight of what you'd expect for a Tenkara rod. It's a little bit longer than a standard Tenkara rod. I will put the exact weight and length on the screen here for you to see it. Has a cork handle, or at least a foam handle with a little bit of a cork veneer on it. Interesting little rod. I've not fished it before. I have tested it out in the hallway at home, and it actually feels pretty decent. It feels better than most, you know, $25 quote-unquote Tenkara rods that you'll find. So I'm excited to get a line on it and start fishing. There are brook trout in this creek, as I understand it. Might be a little bit difficult to fish, as you can see by this tree here that's completely blocking the stream. There are some obstacles in the way that I'll have to deal with, but overall looks like a decent little creek. Should be fun. Okay, let's do some test casts here. That's not bad. That really... Oh, and I got stuck, of course. Good job, me. That is a pretty decent casting rod, especially for $25. I'll update you at the end of the video about my overall thoughts on the rod. Well, first impressions are that it is definitely usable and surprisingly decent. Again, the other lengths in this rod type weigh significantly more. Like their 360 centimeter or 12-foot rod weighs like 4 ounces, which is more than a good Tenkara rod should weigh in that length. But this one is about right on. That's why I ordered this one. All right, let's get to some proper fishing. I'll show you a picture of the fly I'm using. It's basically a yarn Ishigaki Kabari, Jameson Shetland Spindrift black yarn body, black thread, and a kind of a brownish stiff hackle. There's got to be a fish over here. Well, surprisingly, there's nothing in this pool here. It's a little bit worrying because this should be perfect trout habitat, but let's keep going upstream, see what we find. I feel like I'm fishing in a jungle. A lot of vegetation here. Yeah, this is going to be some slow going today. I'm guessing this is not going to be one of those creeks where I catch 20 or 30 fish in an hour. Well, there's a big old group of logs right here. A bunch of trees blocking the path. This should be interesting. Oh, this is nice. Looks like it's clearing up a little bit as far as vegetation goes. At least for as far as I can see here, at least for this stretch that I can see. Oh, got one. Where's my net? All right. Yeah, just in like 2 or 3 inches of water here. That fish was hanging out. First fish on the FTUSA 270 centimeter rod. Felt good while landing it. Didn't have any problems landing it. Let's get the fly out. It's about a 6 or 7 inch brook trout. Fat little guy, seems to be healthy. Well, that feels really good. Boosts my confidence a little bit in this stream. Doesn't seem like the fish density in this creek is super high, but hey, at least I know they really are in here now. And like I've said before, that confidence of knowing that there are fish in a stream and that you can catch them, that's half the battle. Once you've caught one, I mean, the difficulty of catching that first one is immense compared to catching the subsequent ones. Okay, there has to be a fish over here. Has to be. You can unsubscribe if there's not a fish over here. Okay, I take that back. Please don't unsubscribe. Oh! Yes! Never mind. Okay, awesome. I knew there had to be a fish somewhere over there. It looks too good. This is basically the best spot I've seen on the creek so far. He was right behind that rock that's to the left of the log. And it's a nice, healthy brook trout. Flies out. Whoa, there he goes. Off he swims into the depths. Oh, that feels good. Yeah, do not unsubscribe. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, fish number 2. Let's keep going. Let's go for 3. I am noticing one little craftsmanship error that's bothering me on this rod. Remind me to talk about it at the end of the video here. Got one. Yes. Landed. Another brook trout. Fish number 3. Awesome. Okay, can I get a 4? Number 4. Let's keep going. Well, I just got my fly stuck. This might be the end of this particular fly. Yeah, it's going to be. Okay, let me tie on some new tippet and a new fly. I'll show you what I end up tying on. Alrighty, I now have on here a fly with a, let's see, kind of a grayish black yarn body. I don't remember the color, but I'll put that on the screen here, the name of it on the screen. Fluorescent orange body and kind of a silver gray stiff hackle. Of course, if you want to buy these yarns, check out my site, flytyingyarn.com. I'll have links to these particular yarns in the video description, as I usually do. That's also where I will put a link to this rod on eBay and to their website. I don't remember if I paid for shipping for this rod when I bought it off of eBay. It was either $25 with free shipping or $25 plus, you know, $4 or $5 shipping. I don't remember. If you buy it directly from their website, you get free shipping. And in case it wasn't clear at the beginning, I'm not affiliated with this company in any way. I used my hard-earned Tenkara dollars to buy this rod. I'll make a deal with you. Hit like on this video, smash that like button, as they say in the biz. If this video gets the number of likes shown on the screen here, I will buy the 3.6 meter, the 360 centimeter, the 12-foot long version of this rod and try it out. It's in your hands. If you want to see that, make it happen. Hit that like button. Let's do it. Some tricky casting back in here, yeah. That was bound to happen. Well guys, I tried, I really did, but I couldn't get a fourth fish. There are just not a lot of fish in this creek. You know, you win some, you lose some. I fished for about 2.5 hours, a little bit less, about 2 hours, 20 minutes. I only landed 3 fish. I maybe hooked into one more, but you know, it's not a lot of fish in this creek, so I did my best. As for this rod, it's better than I thought it would be. I'm impressed. I'll go ahead and say it. I'm impressed with this little rod. For $25, if you need a rod this long, a 2.7 meter rod, and if you're on a tight budget, yeah, this is actually a good little rod. It's probably the best feeling rod under $50 that I've fished with. The one thing that I use to determine whether or not I think a rod is good or not is, does it disappear when I'm fishing with it? Do I think about it when I'm fishing with it? For me, the good rods just disappear. It just becomes an extension of you. It's not something you have to think about. You just automatically fish with it. That happened with this rod, mostly. As I said, there's one little craftsmanship issue, one little quality control issue, 2 actually, but one that I discovered while fishing today. And that is that the handle wobbled around a little bit. So up here at the top end of the handle, it feels solid. Like the handle itself feels solid around the blank, around the actual rod. Down here though, it's a little bit wiggly. So when I would cast the rod, I could feel the rod blank move around a little bit inside the cork grip. It wasn't so noticeable that I would say it was rattling around, but with every cast, I could feel it moving around in there. It was like a little faint knock, but definitely noticeable, and so I felt that. I don't know if a little bit of glue applied here would fix the problem, but anyway, that was definitely noticeable. And then one thing that I didn't mention is that the Lillian on this rod, it was not attached when the rod came to me. It just slipped right off. I emailed the guy that I bought it from. He said he was really sorry. He sent me some super glue to fix it, and along with some flies and some other little fishing tools. So it all turned out well in the end. I used the super glue to affix the Lillian on there. This little piece of cord, by the way, that's the Lillian on the very tip end of the rod. I had to glue it on there. Works just fine, but again, it is a bit of a quality control issue. But again, you have to keep in mind the price. This is $25 with free shipping. So, I mean, it's not gonna be some fine handcrafted Japanese work of art. It's a mass-produced $25 Chinese rod that is surprisingly good for what it costs. Again, I think if you are in the market for a rod of this length and are on a super tight budget, yeah, this is a good little rod. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry I didn't catch more fish. Again, I tried, it just wasn't in the cards for today. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you in the next one.